Before moving to the next topic on approximation algorithms, we have discussed uh, certain times about the about graphs. The first topic we have to discuss is what is a planar graph. A graph that can be drawn on the plane in such a way that its edges intersect only at their endpoints. In other words, it can be drawn in such a way that no edges cross each other. Such a drawing is called a planar graph or plane embedding of the graph. You can see a graph with four vertices and these edges A, C, B, D are intersecting. It's a non-planar graph. How can we convert it to a planar graph? It is shown in the next figure. Then what is a complete graph? A graph in which each pair of vertices is connected by an edge. Such a graph is called a complete graph. The next term is bipartite graph. What is a bipartite graph or bigraph? A graph whose vertices can be divided into two disjoint and independent sets u and v such that every edge connects a vertex in u to one in set v. That means if u dash and u double dash are two vertices in the set u, there is no edge connecting u dash and u double dash. Okay, every edge connects one vertex in u and other vertex in v. Then one more property is a graph is bipartite if and only if it is two colorable. That is, drawing graph. When drawing a graph, let us check is it bipartite. These vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This the vertices can be divided into two independent sets. One vertices 1, 3, 5 in one set, and vertices 2, 4, 6 in another set. This can be called U and this can be called V. And you can see there is no edge between 1 and 3. See, there is no edge between 1 and 3, and there is no edge between 3 and 6. Okay. So 1, 3, 5 one set, 2, 4, 6 another set, two independent sets. And let us check how can we color this. Can we color this graph with two colors? Is it possible? Let's just try that. I'm selecting two colors, red and green. I'm taking red color and color this one. I should use the next color for the other vertex of that edge. So I'm picking green and coloring this. So the two vertices of an edge should never get the same color. So I should use the red color for the next one, and I should use the green color for the next edge, and I should use the red color for vertex 5, and I should use uh, next color for vertex 6. So you can see 1, 2 is an edge. Vertex 1 got one color and vertex 2 got a different color. So this all the vertices can be colored with two colors. So this graph is a bipartite. Next term we have to look at is the vertex cover. What is a vertex cover? Okay, that is a question. Vertex cover of a graph is a set of vertices such that each edge on the graph is incident on at least one vertex of the set. And the vertex cover can be considered as a set. Each vertex is a representative of an edge. Suppose a wedge connects between U and V. Either U or V is in vertex cover. Either U or V. Either U can be a representative of that edge or V can represent that edge. So either U or V is in vertex cover. So a vertex cover can be cover of an undirected graph is a subset of its vertices such that for every edge UV or the graph either U or V is in vertex cover. Okay, then what is vertex cover problem? Given an indirected graph, given an undirected graph, the vertex cover problem is to find the minimum size of vertex cover. The minimum size of vertex cover. You can see the first figure. The vertex cover is empty set, and the second one, the size of the vertex cover is 3. That means you can use 3 vertices to represent every edge in the graph. See here in this graph, the answer is 2. That is 4 and vertex 0. Vertex 4 and vertex 0. These two vertices can represent all the edges. See 4 can 4 2 4 1 4 3. So 4 can represent 4 2 4 1 4 3. These three edges, and 0 can represent the edge 0 2 2, 0 connecting 0 and 2, so 4 0, or you can use 4 and vertex 4 and vertex 2 as a vertex cover. So the vertex cover size of the vertex cover is 2. See, the vertex cover problem is the finding the minimum size vertex cover. Okay, so this problem is actually a difficult one. Difficult problem means I want to get a polynomial solution for the problem. No polynomial algorithm exists for this problem. So the complexity is exponential time. Such problems are called difficult or hard problems. See, and remember, there are easy problems and difficult problems. For example, the question, is there a path in a graph whose cost is less than some m? You can answer this in polynomial time because you have an algorithm to find the minimum cost path in a graph. With that algorithm, it is a polynomial time algorithm. You can find the minimum cost and you can compare it against m. If it is less than m, okay, you can answer yes. Yes, there is a path whose cost is less than m. But if the question is there a path exists in a graph whose cost is greater than m? This is a difficult question. You have to consider all the paths and compare with m. But the question is there a path exists whose cost is less than m? You can find it in polynomial because you have an algorithm by which you can find the minimum cost path. So our task is finding a good solution for difficult problems. Good means polynomial time. We have seen many algorithms or many problems that can be solved only with exponential time algorithms. So our task is trying to find a polynomial time solution for a very difficult problem. This attempt will take us to a new set of problems called approximation algorithms. An approximation algorithm can be developed or achieved by relaxing the meaning of solution. Okay, so we have to relax the meaning of the solution. We are not interested in the exact solution and the optimal one, but we are satisfied with a solution near to the optimal one. Near to the optimal one. The next relaxation is it is expected that our approximate algorithm will almost always produce a result near to the optimal solution. That means we are not at all interested in, or we are not expecting the optimal solution, but something near to the very close to the optimal solution. Okay, we are considering the optimizing problems. See, remember the list of exponential algorithms: 0, 1 knapsack, then traveling salesman. All are optimization problems. You have to find the minimum or maximum, maximize or minimize. So in approximation, we are trying to develop an approximation algorithm for this type of NP hard problems or difficult problems. So we are expecting a solution, an optimal solution, not the optimal one, but something near to that. Okay, that is the concept of approximation algorithms. See, the first problem we are considering is planar graph coloring. The problem is determine the minimum number of colors needed to color a planar graph. Okay, determining the minimum number of colors needed to color a planar graph. Then it is easy to determine if a graph is 0, 1, 2 colorable. That means if there are no edges there, remember, or what? Okay, if there are no edges, only two vertices are there. We can color it with a single one as an empty graph with zero color, and if it is a bipartite, we can color it with two colors. Okay. Then determining if a graph is three colorable is NP hard. It's a difficult problem. Three colorable is a difficult problem. And remember, all planar graphs can be all colored with four colors. Okay, that is, all planar graphs are four colorable. So what is our approximation algorithm? So this will be this one. V is the vertex set and E is the edge set. Then V equal to 5. That is no vertices, return 0. It can be colorable 0 colors. Then if edge set is null, that is only vertices, no edges, the vertices can be colored using one color. See, our constraint is on an edge, these two its two vertices never get the same color. Okay, so edges are not there, we can use the same color to color all the vertices. Then if the graph is bipartite, we have seen what is a bipartite graph, and we have seen a bipartite class graph is two colorable. So we will check if the graph is a bipartite, we will return to, else if the graph will never fall in these three conditions, we will return 4. That means any planar graph can be colored with 4 colors. Okay, this is the algorithm. Here we are not getting the correct solution, but we are getting something near to the correct answer, the optimal solution, near to the optimal solution. This is the concept of the planar graph coloring, the approximation algorithm. So the approximate algorithm for planar graph coloring problem. See what we are doing, deciding whether the graph is three colorable, it is NP hard. So we are deducing a solution near to the optimal one, or near to the correct one. Okay, if we get 0, 1 or 2 or 4, we are satisfied. Okay, we are not expecting the correct solution, we are expecting something near to the correct one. Okay, then coming to the approximation vertex curve problem, what is vertex cover now. Here we are creating a set C, an empty set, and E dash which is equal to a set of the given graph. And while we starting, Y dash is not empty. What you have to do? Let UV be an arbitrary edge in E dash. C equal to C union UV. C union U comma V. And remove the edge E dash. Remove from E dash every edge incident on either U or V. Okay, either U or V. So all edges are removed, and that means we have taken U and V are the vertices. U and V are the representative of the edges incidenting on either U or V. And we will continue this process until all the edges are removed from E dash. Okay, this we will proceed, and time complexity of the algorithm will be big O V plus E. It is a polynomial one, and we use the adjacency list to represent this E dash, the new graph E dash. Let us trace this algorithm. We will, okay, let us consider this graph, and we will let us draw a graph. One, two, three, four, 5, and 6. First we will select 1, comma 2, 1 and 2, and we will remove all the edges incident on 1 or 2, either 1 or 2. So this was an edge incident on 1. Then this was another edge incidenting on 2. Okay, we have considered 1 and 2. Then next we are considering uh, 3 and 5. 3 and 5, and we are removing all the edges incidenting on 3 and 5. See, this is an edge incidenting on 3 and 5. This is incidenting on 3. This is incidenting on 5, and this is incidenting on 6. So here we are getting a set 1, 2, 3, 5, which can represent all the edges. So this is a vertex cover. The size is 4. Okay, thank you.